Now I need to secure the electric bikes properly, and really that means anchoring them to something. So today this turned up. So this is a ground or wall anchor from Oxford. It was about £30. Next day delivery from Amazon. And so here we have the anchor unit. It's designed, you're supposed to be able to drive over this if necessary. So effectively you bolt it onto the floor, and then using this ring you can chain your bikes down. So we've got the actual shackle or ground anchor itself. So these two screws hold this plastic cover on. So removing those, and you've just got this big sort of like bracket. So what else does it come with? We've got instructions, and we have got some sort of these concrete bolts. So this is the type that then do this. You insert them down a hole, and then when you tighten this out, it pulls this cone in, which expands the metal here, and it grips onto the concrete. So it's then an extremely secure connection. I've decided where I want this on the floor of the garage, and I've marked with marker pen where the holes need to be, and I'm just drilling a pilot hole, a sort of 5mm pilot hole, and then we'll use a larger diameter drill. I think you need 16mm. Right, set correct before I go too far. That's fairly central. That's the difficulty with this fairly rough concrete, is there's stones and stuff in it, and deflects the drill off. I think I've got it centralised now. So this is the advantage of using the smaller drill first. You can make some corrections, and then the bigger drill is going to follow the line of the smaller drill. He's still trying to head off to one side. There must be a big stone in the concrete. Right, work has to go on hold because ice cream has been delivered. This is turning into a bit of a pain. I've drilled holes into concrete before, but never had to make them very accurate. I don't know if using a bigger drill is going to help. Let's get a bigger drill out. Hopefully this still works. I haven't used this in a while. That seems to work, although that is the easy hole. That's not the one which has got stones down the bottom. Well, it's not quite perfect. It's not too bad. This hole could do with coming this way a bit. Might extend it that way a bit before I try and use the bigger drill on it. So I thought this was going to be quite easy, but it's actually turned out to be more difficult than I thought. So the instructions say to drill with a masonry drill bit up to 16mm. I'm assuming what they mean is not any drill bit up to the size of 16mm, but drill possibly progressively until you get to 16mm. So let's just check. Yeah, these are about 16mm in diameter, so that sounds about right. I'll see if I've got some smaller drill bits to use first rather than going straight to 16. Right, so I found a 12 and a 16, so I think we'll start with the 12, work our way up to the 16. yeah, this goes through the concrete like it's butter. So I think the advice there is to go straight for the big SDS drill. Don't bother with the I mean, even though that's not like a professional drill, that's not a serious hammer drill. It's a hammer drill, but it's not like this. It makes a heck of a difference. I think there is actually a stubborn piece of flint or something here. Let's try and chisel it. Oh, you can hear that. Yeah, it's sparking. Well, that's a bit better. Now we can try with the big drill. So it says it needs to be 65mm long, which is, put my reading glasses on, there. Okay, so we're longer than that, good. Right, that was a real pain, but I think I've now managed to get these holes around the flints, so, or drill through the flints. Now I've got a bigger drill, so there we go. Okay, so let's take the bolts out of those expansion bolt things. Let's check. Yeah, that's easily long enough. Okay, so next we need to drop these down. I'm just making sure, because these bits tend to come out. I think you're a bit in trouble if they come out, so carefully drop these down here. So actually I think, yeah, these are a little bit tight. I'm going to drill them a little bit bigger. So there's a 16mm drill. I've actually had to open this out a bit more with a chisel. It's actually really difficult getting it down there. I think, again, it was a bit of flint at the edge here. So that's dropping down quite nicely now. Just want to make sure that doesn't go too far. Okay. Right, so now these are in at the right depth. I'll remove the bolts. We should be able to put the bracket on. Okay, I've got the expanding bolts positioned, so yeah, it's not a perfect fit, but we'll see. So remember to put this on, or we're in trouble. Right. I'm being very gentle with these initially, just to make sure it screws into that cone at the bottom. What I don't want to do is sort of push that cone out and then lose it down the bottom of the hole. And I think there's a good argument for only drilling these the exact depth that it says on the instructions, whereas I actually went a bit mad and drilled them really quite deep. I'm just going to lift the bracket up a bit just to give me a bit of play here. Is it going in? I think it's going in. So the kit comes with Allen keys. Obviously it doesn't come with drill bits or a suitable drill. So I'm just gently doing these one at a time. Now it says I should use the torque wrench to do these to 25 Newton meters, because if you do them too tight then you could just break the concrete. So, but I'm just going to do them as tight as I feel I can get away with my fingers. That should be sufficient. That should do that one. I don't know if this, I think this one's might be spinning in the hole a bit, but I think it's probably good enough. It's not going to, no, that's tightening up. Yep, that'll do. And that's pretty solid. Now, somewhat mysteriously, this comes with 4 ball bearings. I was wondering what these are for, but it's to hammer into these holes, into the hex head holes here, so that no one can get them undone. So I'm going to take them out because they're going to bounce around if I hammer them one at a time, hammer them with them all sat there. Obviously you want to be pretty damn sure that this is sorted before you do this, because I guess there's no way back from this. Yep. So I was actually wondering when I got this kit, because there's no how you actually secure it, so someone doesn't just use an Allen key to take it apart, but this is it. Hammer these in, and it's going to be extremely difficult for anyone to undo these. So I guess now this can go on, whichever way round I want it. I'm going to do it that the other way round. That's pretty good. And then we have a couple of hex head bolts, which have a different Allen key, also supplied. Leave that slightly loose, so there's a bit of play here, so I can get this one in. There we go. And it comes with a couple of these to, I guess, press in place. Or to make it more awkward for anyone trying to tamper with this. Well, that's seems pretty solid. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. And importantly, it means that now from an insurance perspective, these are properly insured, because I noticed my home insurance said that bikes have to actually be locked to something, to a solid surface, not just to, you know, something like this this crane here, something that's movable. Okay, so that took a lot longer than I thought, and drilling the holes were a real pain. And the fact that it needed an SDS drill to do it for the concrete, through the concrete, meant that this might not be as an easier solution for most DIYers as it sort of implies. But it seems like it's a good solid thing now it's in place. Alright, so hopefully that was useful to someone. Alright, cheers everyone, bye.